What's a to go,
Yeah, yeah,
y'all?
yeah. Okay. Did it cut off on us?
Yep,
I
I
heard the
think it
music
did.
went off
Hey,
real fast. That
y'all.
was fast, but hey, everybody. Um,
Is we up? Is we
it
up?
doesn't show.
We are
Oh, we live. I
live
just ain't see it up there.
on this wet Wednesday. It's real wet. Is it raining where y'all was coming from? I drove through puddles everywhere.
Right.
Raining so bad, make you just want to be in the bed. I've been
Most
lazy all
definitely.
day.
I wish. I woke up to no power, y'all.
Oh, you ain't had no power?
I do now, but I didn't
It
have
wasn't
power
power
this
here
morning.
earlier neither. Like when we had a
Ooh.
message, he was like, might be canceled with no power. And I was like, yes, because I'm not prepared. It was like power back on. I was like, well, we going.
Well, that's good. We ain't had no power outages. It was just slow motion. Just one of them days where you just gotta really, really
To
push to keep
go.
going.
Yes. Ooh.
Yes.
Crystal, take us into this topic today.
So luckily, it's not my week to like go into this. It's Maya.
Oh, it's Maya week.
Yes.
Okay.
Where you
Okay, Maya.
cheer?
Well,
It
actually,
is.
technically, it was Kira's week, but
Yes.
our good friend Kira is stuck in Houston due to the hurricane that touched down. So she is absent from us today. So
Safe
we just
travels to her back
Yeah. And I
home.
did speak to her. She's okay. She had to go to a whole nother hotel because I think that her the hotel she was in, power went out there too. Yeah,
Mm.
so she had to like get to a whole nother hotel. So
Oh wow.
I did just speak to her, so she is
Okay,
okay.
Burl. What ain't that his name?
Right, right.
Burl.
so praying for all our Houston family and friends that they are safe and accounted for and that they're getting back to normal down there. But yeah, we hop right into things today. So this evening we are going to be talking about courage versus comfort.
Hmm.
So I actually want to touch on this topic on a couple different levels. We'll see how deep we can get into it in the hour that we have you guys this evening. But it's a touchy subject for me on the adult level and on the level with your children. So I actually just posted about this a couple days ago on my Facebook as it related to my children. Because I feel like my children are stuck. Like everything that they do, they're really good at it. Like they're really good in their academics, they're really good in sports, but I just don't feel like they tapping into the greatness of it all. So I posed the question like, how do you pull that out? Like, how do you pull greatness out of someone to push them to that next level? So, again, getting them out of the comfort zone that they're in and challenging them to really tap into their greatness. So, that's where that courage versus comfort comes into place.
So you mean like that you feel like they're just in the sport and not really like giving it what you think they can give it or what you feel
Right.
like.
I feel like they're comfortable in knowing that they're good, but they haven't tapped into if I just do a little bit
They
more,
don't push themselves.
they don't push themselves. And for me, it feels like the fear of really excelling. Because as we all know, excellence and greatness does come with a lot of responsibility. So a lot of people are fearful of walking in that space because of the responsibility that it holds if you become great.
Yeah.
So how do you get past that? Even with adults, a lot of adults get stuck in a comfortable, safe place
Mm-hmm.
because they are afraid to step out. So is it that they're afraid of what they could become? Are they fearful that they may not become that and they're scared that they will fail? Like, what do we do or how do we go about stepping outside of that so we can really become great?
Yeah, I think some people are like you said, they scared of being great and all that kind of stuff. But I also feel like comfort is just it's a scary place to be in on both sides. Some people can just really be comfortable and happy in that space, and that's okay. Not everybody is meant to go chase more and go after everything that they see or what they feel they can do. Some people are okay with that, but there are some that are just comfortable and they're like, I don't want to change. They just don't want to. I don't know. I don't know what's holding people back. Sometimes it can be, like you said, fear. Is a lot of times is them being fearful the growth. They don't even want to grow. Some people just don't want to do the work. and it takes a lot of work to get out of that comfortable space. And then that's why comfortable is just so scary, because once you get comfortable, it's so hard to get out of that space. Same when it comes to your health. You okay with not working out every single day. You know what I'm saying? So to get to the gym every morning, it requires change, and change is scary for some. So people just get way too comfortable. So I don't know what every person would need to get out of that part, but I don't know. For me,
So, do we think comfortable is a bad thing?
it can be both. It can be
I do.
settling. You can be happy and comfortable too, but you can be settling in that comfort space too. I know for me, I was settling in that comfortable space.
You
I was
are settling
yeah.
when you're not chasing more, I think.
Yep.
When you get to a space where you don't want to grow anymore, then that's always settling. So if you're not pushing yourself for greatness every single time because you comfortable, what are you doing?
And that's not for everybody neither. I know there's a lot of people out here that just was not everybody is going to be meant to be a singer. You know, everybody's going to be meant to be X, Y, and Z. You know, some people are just okay with their everyday life, and that's fine. But there are some people that are
But you
meant to do
still gotta
so
want
much
to
more.
change something.
Right, so
Like
that's
you
what I was
Yeah.
still
gonna say.
gotta want
So the
more.
small things, you got to want
You
more
gotta
in
want
those
more
areas.
no matter what. Like
So
you
yeah,
gotta
so
want
that's
more.
and that's what I think. When we talk about greatness, I'm not saying that you got to be the next LeBron or the next Whitney.
Right.
I'm not saying greatness in terms of
Your
being
best.
known, right?
Being
Just
your best
being
self.
your best, whatever that
Yeah.
looks like. So if that, like you said, if that means you want to be a better cook, or maybe you want to be a better wife, like, or you want to be a better mother, like you. And I'm with you, Jen.
gotta
You
put
It's
your
gotta
always
all.
gonna be
always want
something.
You gotta
something.
put your all every time. It's gonna be
So
more
are you
and
saying
more
it's
and more.
so you're saying it's gonna always be something that you can be better at doing?
I
Always.
think so,
I
but
think so.
I also want to understand at what point in life do you say enough is enough and I'm just comfortable in where I'm at? Like, is there a age limit, or is it a life status? Like, what does that look like? Or are we always
I don't
going
know.
to be chasing something?
Like
just
I
asked that.
definitely don't
I
think
don't know.
that's what I was meaning when I said there is some people that are going to be okay with what they have. Like my motto is, you know, he gave us this one life. We get just one. We get this one body. We get this one experience. So do whatever brings you peace. You know. So there are some people that are okay with just working a 9 to 5. No hobbies. They go to the gym, probably eat healthy and go home, and they are at peace with that, and that's okay. You are here for yourself, for you only. So whatever brings you peace, and you're comfortable in that peace, that's fine. That's fine. Don't go chase the more. But if you're not at peace and there's so many other more things that you want to do, it is time to push yourself and get out of that comfort space.
So my next question, and I did write this down because I thought this was really the ticket that was really gonna bring that conversation. So
I'm not ready.
no, it's an easy one, but even made me think and internalize it a little bit more as well. So when you talking about comfort, how do you identify true comfort? Like you were saying, Crystal, I'm just okay. Like, I go to work, I come home, I take care of these kids, I'm good. How do you really identify with, is that true comfort? Or like we said, are you just settling because again, here comes that courage, here comes that fear, because I feel like I'm scared if I try to tap into something else. Now the fear is coming in. Like, how do you know, what are some good identifiers on knowing, is it true comfort or is it just comfort because you're settling and you're afraid? Like, what do you need to ask yourself to identify that?
Is it?
I think it's knowing if you genuinely happy. Like
Yeah.
if you genuinely happy and at peace, which most people not, they not genuinely happy and at peace. It's something that they feel like
Something's
they
making you
missing.
uneasy.
It's you missing something. Like even if you pray and pray and pray for a house and you finally get that house after 3 or 4 years, you might want another house. You want something else that you feel like now is the time, basically. So it's like even in the sport. Okay, now I'm the point guard or the so this person making 5 points and this other person making 15 points. At some point, you gonna feel like you should be making 15 points.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
I think
you
if
really
you're not
like this
having
sport
peace.
and this what you really doing, at some point, even if you be like, oh, I'm straight with making 3 points. No, you ain't. Really, you ain't. I mean, are you really?
And you know what? I had to good question, Jen, because I had to ask myself. So, and me and Crystal, we kind of talked about this when we finished the show the week before last. So I feel like I'm in a good, like I've been comfortable for a long time. I've been at peace. I've been happy for a long time. Like job is good, kids is good, house is good, friendship circle is good, faith is good. Like everything was good. But for me, I felt like I was getting too comfortable and I was getting too stagnant. So sis was like, what else I need? Like,
I'm
I need
missing
to be doing
something.
something
Yeah.
because
I
ain't
just
no
think that's
movement.
just the
Ain't no
way.
movement happening around here. Like I'm just like getting just the routine, the monotony of it was like
Mm-hmm.
weighing on me. So I was like, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? So that's why when I told y'all last week, I decided to go back to school. Cause I was like, okay, this something. Something.
Right.
Something.
You was chasing something
But are
else.
you
Yeah, but it wasn't like I was really comfortable. Like there was no true there was no identifiable unhappiness in what I'm doing currently, but it was like I really felt like I was just
Hey, Natty.
plateau. Hey
yeah,
Nadia.
hey, sugar plum foot.
So
Sugar
that's
plum
what I
foot.
was really trying to understand. Like if you because I get what you're saying, Jen, maybe you're not really happy, but some people do get like happy
Comfortable.
Comfortable.
and comfortable in
Some
their
people get
space.
comfortable.
I
Is
don't know
that a
about.
bad
I
thing?
don't think it's a bad thing, and I think that's what life is gonna always be about. It's not about pleasing no one else but yourself. So whenever you are at peace and you are happy, sit in that for a moment, because life is all. It got curveballs are gonna come. So, sit in that
We
for a
always gonna be
moment.
chasing
Yeah, you're
something.
always gonna be
You're
chasing
gonna
something.
be
Something's
chasing
always gonna make
something.
you uneasy. Something is always gonna happen. So when you find yourself in that space, sit in that for a moment. Take that time. Stop chasing stuff if you don't have to, but enjoy that peace. For me, um, I was uncomfortable for a long time because life happens. Things derail you off your path. Like before I even had my last two children, I was in school. I had so many things that I wanted to do, and then I had more kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got married. So for the past almost 10 years, I was never really in a space to do what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
because then like when my two kids, they both are autistic. I mean, the last two are autistic. So then it was like, okay, now I got a little time when they're getting a little older. No, wait, he got ABA therapy. Now he got to go to this therapy. And I'm like, I don't have the time to do nothing. I couldn't have to stop school because the schedules wouldn't align with his schedules.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I finally get to him where he's so put together and he was, doing very well, here I go with another baby. Now I got three. And then she's autistic. It was like just when I was about to get back into school, go back into doing things I want to do. Now homegirl got this therapy. Now she got this going on. And then you trying to find peace for myself, or even tend to knowing how to be a new wife. So nothing was ever like gave me the time and space to just work on me. So that's why last year, I'm not gonna say F them kids, but it was really in a space where it was like, listen,
Ain't that wrong
you
with
go to
that?
therapy when I take you. We could talk here in this house. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
You go to school when I take you. Marla, you deal with how you deal with it. I'm gonna worry about me this year. We're gonna figure out how to do things that I want to do and chase things that I want to do. So that's what all last year was for me. So I was not at peace. So I'm trying to find my peace now. And I'm pushing myself to my full potential no matter what it is. I'm so full of ideas, but I gotta what I'm
Ooh,
struggling
girl,
with
that's me.
now. Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
too full with ideas, too full with too much stuff. And I'm trying to find
Overflowing.
overflowing. So I'm just trying to stay focused and manage my time. I got alarms for everything. Everything is on my calendar. I mean, it's probably finna go off the time and go pee. That's how crazy my alarms is. It's like, okay, it's 8 p.m. Go read with MJ.
But is it crazy?
You know,
Is it crazy to have your life like that?
it
Because my
is,
life
and I
like that
don't
It
like
is
too.
my
it.
But when
life
it
like that. I
but
don't
when it's
like
not
it.
like that, I be feeling like
I'm
Losing
off.
what's
it.
off?
So
What's off?
therefore, that's why we always gonna be chasing something.
But it's
If you a person
okay.
that wants more, I think some people, like she said, is okay with, but I think that's because they lack the knowledge of. It's like they don't. You can't want more if you don't know that it's more out there. Like
Okay.
you can't want bigger, or your mind can't even think bigger if you never even really saw bigger. If you only seen this little small circle,
Right.
how can you even think anything bigger than that? So I
That's why
just
you really just gotta don't look at what's out there or what other people are doing,
Not
what other
what they
people are making
doing.
it
It's
happen. Just
just
find
like
what you really want to
it's
do, and
just
then you
like
will know
even
if
if
you
you
want
went on
more.
your own, like say I say it all the time, like I wouldn't have never chose to. Just say you could wake up and choose where you want to live, where you want to
Right.
grow up, where you want to. You probably wouldn't have chose
Mm-hmm.
where you at now. A long time ago, I might have would have said I would have chose where I
Right.
was at now because I didn't see anything else. So I thought that's what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? You think you want something until you
See
get it
more and
or
get
get
it.
it. And
You're
then
right.
it's like
That's how it is with work.
I,
We like,
I
oh, I
got
want to
it
make
and it's like
$15. You get 15. I need
that ain't
25. Like
yes.
we never satisfied.
We
So
never. I don't think it's never gonna
there
be.
are some people out there that are okay with what they getting and where they at. I'm not that person.
I don't think they really are.
You don't think so?
I don't think
And
they
that-
really are.
And so that's the
I
meat.
don't think they
That's-
really are.
That's the meat that I'm trying to get through. But I want to back up real quick because Crystal made a good point,
Oh, this is
and
so
I
loud.
and I wanted to just identify with the point where you said marinate. And I think that's what a lot of people don't do in their movement journey. They don't marinate. And I'm actually in the process of reading Power Moves by why I see her face and don't say her name. Sarah.
Jakes.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a
Power
Sarah. I
Moves.
wanted to call it
Yep.
Power Moves. It's her newest book. And in
I
that
think
book,
one of us might have
she
that book.
talks about marinating. She talks
Oh,
about
well,
how she
maybe
does
not the one
she
I'm
did
thinking
not
of.
move on any of her journeys until she really sat with it and like marinated on it for a long time. Like even if she said she do it even like with hair, like even the smallest things, like before she makes a change, like she really does marinate, just like you marinate your meat when you about to cook it. Like you know that you're gonna let that meat sit with that seasoning. You're not gonna cook it to the next day because you want it to be just that good. And
Very
that's one of
true.
the analogies that she uses in her book. And so when you see it marinate, and I think I did a little bit of that before I went back to school. Like for me, I would have been back in school because I'm like, I know I need this next level degree to really go where I'm trying to go. But I didn't move as soon as it hit me. Like I sat on it, I waited till it was really the right time. So I think a lot of us have to identify with the fact that we do have to allow things to marinate so that we don't move before we're really ready to move, because then that could have an adverse effect on our movement.
Very much so. And like I just like Nadia just commented and said it comes with growth. When you grow mentally, you want more. And that is true.
Yep.
Like you said, marinate, that's growing because you're
Mhm.
sitting in there and you learning from yourself. You know what I'm saying? You never just gonna stop growing. So in that moment, you're right.
Some people do.
When you grow,
Stop
you mentally
growing.
you're gonna want more.
I mean, some
You're
people
right.
get to a spot and they just
Chill. That's the end of it.
I mean, I ain't gonna say chill. It just be like
But
give
but
up.
like what you said, they
some.
don't see more. So that
They
can
don't
also, and
see,
we talk about
yeah.
this a lot. That can also go back to your circle. That can go back to your mate.
The circle,
Everything.
your
Mate,
all of that.
because if you stuck with somebody who just
Okay.
like
With
you
being
gonna
how you
fall
are.
into that space.
Yep.
If you not,
And that's true.
but
Yeah.
so you want somebody, and again, I want to preface this a little. It does not mean that we saying you want to make $600,000 or you want the biggest house or you want a Bentley. We not saying that. We just saying you want something more. Like even if that means you want to read this month, I want to read 5 books. Last month I read 2. Like it doesn't have to be really extravagant. Just growing.
And I don't
and
know who else
changing
is
and
out there like
evolving.
me that I have. We also have to learn how to pace ourselves. There's too many things that I want to do. I mean, too many things.
I need to learn how to
You
pace
know,
myself.
I'm over here working on this book. I'm over here working on this thing. I'm over here working on this, and I'm trying to make this children's book. And I'm trying to. It's too many things, and you have to learn how to pace yourself. Or you're not gonna like. For me, I was not
Finish.
getting anything accomplished because it's like, wait, let me work on this.
Yep.
I'm working on too many things, and nothing is getting done. So I
Mhm.
am in that phase right now, teaching myself stop. You can make the list, add it to the list, get to it when you get to it. We're gonna focus on one thing at a time. I
Yes.
cannot continue to work on 40.
That is true.
So that's where you said comfortable is not the bad part. Because
Mhm.
sometimes you do got to get in a comfortable space where you okay to sit there for a while, but you can't stay there and be there too long. I don't think.
What you call it, marinating? That's what
Yeah,
she
You
said.
marinating.
you
and
marinate
you
when
ready
you're in
to
that
go
happy
to the
space.
next step.
Yeah, until you're ready.
Growing. Everything
Yeah.
is about growth
It is.
to me. But
That's true. But again, I'm gonna put it back out there
I
again.
know you're gonna
So
say that.
because I really want to know. Like, so when is it 50? Is it 60? Is it 70?
I don't
Is
think
it
it's an
80?
age.
don't
I
think
don't
it's
believe
an
it's an
age.
It's
age.
not
I
an age.
100%
I
believe.
don't
Don't
think
believe
it's
that.
an
It's
age.
not. It's
I
not.
see people that's older that's living. Like
And
Well,
they
still not
they
stopping. I
living.
know
They
there's
not
somebody in my family
stopping.
that is still in school, and I think homegirl is like 72.
Like they living. Like I
So
mean,
what's
cause
Going after
when
a
do
certain degree.
you?
It's your piece. I
It's
think
your
it comes
life.
to
It's
you.
your
It's not
peace.
society what they
Yep.
say.
It's
It's not
yours.
age. It's none of that.
It's
It's
no age. It's nothing.
when you're happy.
Look at
so
them
how
little
we
old
do?
ladies that still be driving
They
around,
do.
and you be like, "How is she still driving?" But she don't want to depend on nobody. She got to get going, so she out there making it do what it do at 90.
And you know what? Listen, that's probably gonna be me.
I'm just saying.
So then the second part of that, this new generation, how we get them on that movement? Because they ain't got that
They
movement.
too comfortable.
They don't.
They
They
are
don't got.
all
It's
too
probably our
comfortable.
fault.
Everything is in their hand. Everything is right now. They don't have to really work for anything. Just think about it. They have things that give them the answer. Like they should all, in my opinion, be doctors and lawyers. And
At
I mean,
this
they
point.
have all of the utensils
Yep.
right here to get straight A's. Like Siri, what's
Very
the
much so.
answer?
There's no reason why we
Like,
should not
Siri,
have.
what's the answer?
Siri, wake me up. Cut the light on. You know, all of these things that we didn't have. So it's so much easier.
I don't know
for them. They
how
too
y'all dealing with that. That gets on my
comfortable.
whole nerves. I'm
Mine.
not feeling this new
I don't
technology
like
life.
it.
Like I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and I said something, and Siri was like,
Comfortability. They too
"Repeat that."
comfortable.
Siri, I ain't talking. Oh, sorry, I thought I heard my name. What? Why is this phone
Yes.
talking to me? I don't like it.
Crystal,
I don't
listen.
like this.
See,
See what I'm saying? Shut up. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not feeling this new
See what I'm
technology
saying?
life.
Yeah.
Or this AI stuff. You can just my boss reached out to me when she brung up at work last week and said she was planning a girls trip. She said she didn't have to do any of the work. She said it's a certain app you just say, "Hey, can you plan my girls trip for Houston on these dates?" It came up with stuff for her to do. It had the dates and times that it was available.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Too
Well,
much.
I probably need that because I'm the
I
worst
See what
travel
I'm
agent.
saying?
that
That's
is
too
just
much.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not good with the travel planning, but it is too much. And I honestly, I really am struggling with that with my kids
me
because
too.
it drives me insane.
You know what I almost think? I almost think that they have to be almost pushed to do something. Like if not, they will just stop and not grow.
Very
They'll
true.
they'll stay right where they are because comfortable.
Mhm.
They okay with being comfortable. And COVID, I think, made them okay with it. COVID put them in the house. COVID made them okay with not seeing people. COVID made them okay with not talking. So they are comfortable enough to just be in a house with mama, daddy, whoever in their household, not see, not talk to, or deal with nobody else. I know my kids is. I can't speak for nobody else, but I'd be like,
Mine's
So
kind
you
of
mean
the
it's kind
same
of like
way.
we gotta make their goals our goals?
you
But
have
then
to
somebody
push
told
them
me not to do that.
something.
They said don't push them too hard.
So I wouldn't say
Why?
pushing too.
Why not push
I
them
mean,
too hard?
I
Who
know I'm
said
trying.
that? Who told her why? I want to know why.
And because I am that, because like again, my middle child, and I always challenge my children on the level that they are. So I don't, they're not
they
all
on
challenged the same way.
They're not the same.
However, my middle baby he's more like me in terms of he wants to be great, but I see him now as he's getting older, he's getting a little bit too comfortable. So like this, he finished this last semester at like a 3.9. So I told him next year I want that 4.0. Like I just want it because I know you can give it to me. And so me and him been going back and forth. He like, well, mama, I'm like, I know you got that, but I know you can also give me this. So give me this.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people are like, well, don't push them too hard. Don't push them too hard. I mean, what's too hard? If you know your child is capable, then I feel like that's my job as a parent to push
them
that
to their full potential.
So I was gonna say I didn't agree with don't push too hard, but I do think with the kids nowadays, I'm not gonna say they got a lot of easier than we had it because it's different. They are, but it's different.
They soft.
I think the kids nowadays they're dealing with a lot more of the mental side of things that we weren't able to deal with when we were younger.
We did deal with it. We just dealt with it internally on
and that
our own.
And it's much more easier for them to. So
it's not like we didn't have feelings. That's what.
Well, no. Oh, you're right.
Think.
That's what they seem to think, but that's not what I mean.
That all of the '80s babies and we
just didn't have feelings. That is so untrue.
now it's only mental health now. It's
No.
only ADHD now. It's
No.
only autistic now. It's been those things. It's just all of us that had those
And that's
things.
and that's facts. I got 6 diaries to prove
have
it.
diagnosis, or the parents didn't go and take them to get the diagnosis.
So
it was nothing wrong with your kid. They just bad.
that was everybody.
So what?
That was it. So for example, if we can talk about, kids who come out with their sexuality and stuff like that, then any child that I grew up around, boys, I mean, you may see 1 or 2 here and there, but then them people was hiding it. These kids now are flaunting it out there, so now they dealing with a lot of bullies. Or when we got in fights in middle school and high school, nobody was recording this particular fight. I don't remember the fight that I had in 7th grade, but now these kids, if you have a fight in 6th, 7th grade, they're gonna look up. It's gonna resurface. You're gonna always be able to see it. Everybody's gonna be able to see it. 3,000 people saw it. You don't even know them people.
Okay.
So it's a lot more on that side. So I'm not saying they got it a lot harder than we do. I think we're just on different levels with everything we've had to deal with when we were younger than them. So when you say push them, I would say push them because there is a lot more easier things that they have now. Like even when it comes to computers, we had 1 computer in our house and we all had to share it when we had to take turns to it. Everybody got a tablet, everybody got a cell phone, everybody got X, Y, and Z. So they're not working as hard as we had to do then. So I do agree. You do need to push them a little bit harder to their potential because they're chilling. They're playing Roblox at home. They're not pushing themselves.
So let me rewind to what you just said. So you just said they got the phones, they can record, they can do all that. Me, I would think, being smart, you would be more subconscious about the things that you do because you can be recorded, because it can be displayed. It's cameras all out on the street.
So they didn't think that. So we would think that because we didn't have it at one point.
The phone gonna tip.
Because we didn't have it at one point, so now we scared of it. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, it tell you like it's being audio, video.
True, but they're not thinking of it like how we would think. See, we think of it because we didn't have that, so now we got all this.
No,
y'all coming from our privacy. No, I'm just saying like they didn't. We didn't. What I'm trying to say, like how we are now with our cell phones. Like we wasn't being recorded on every single thing we did when we were younger. Right. So now that it's happening, we more like
we so more conscious about it.
They're already used to it. So they're not even protecting themselves in that way. It came to them already. It was what they grew up with. They had it from birth. Like it just been happening. It didn't happen for us. So now I'm like, now we got privacy screens. That's why we the main ones ordering that. What you looking at my phone for? These kids is like, oh, just you want my password? I tell my daughter that all the time. Like, why all your friends got your Instagram password? That's weird. Like, what happens if you not friends with her no more and she up everything that you just said? Like, that's weird.
Right.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying.
Change it and don't give it back to her. And you can tell them I said it.
About the choices that they make. I feel like they should be more aware. Like we should be the ones that's more dumbfounded.
That's why our job is a lot more harder.
Exactly. And they comfort of being okay with everything, right? They okay with whatever. I swear they okay with whatever.
And I'm really like struggling with that real bad.
Everything
it's scary.
And it's not so much a bad thing. Like they eat whatever.
Like, it's scary too, though, because we see what it really emotion. Is. They don't see it.
They don't
yet
until it's too late.
Yeah, I just don't want my kids to be those kids that gotta, bump their head 1,000 times to get it. I would just appreciate it if you listen to me.
And I got one of them right now.
Me too.
My oldest one. That one that's 19, baby. I be like, son, I done gave you the playbook. Son, you got the playbook. Like, what are you doing?
They don't listen.
You're not following the playbook that I'm giving you. So I'm really struggling with that because I just, and I'm not a political person, but I just listen to all my people that be talking about the politics that tell me I need to listen more. And they tell us we going back to the old days. So I'm really trying to prepare. Like I got 3 sons. So if we really going back to this place that everybody telling me we going, because
where we going?
They say we going back to slavery.
Sis, I don't want to be here for it. Please let that be another 700
And I'm not
years.
a political person. So I'm not going to pretend and run it all down to you. But the people who I know that are political that be telling me I need to read more when it comes to politics say we is going back to the slave days in the new generation.
So I ain't gonna even speak on it.
But our baby's gonna be here.
They ain't gonna make it with me. We ain't gonna make it. I ain't being nobody's slave. I'm here to tell y'all right now, live on Facebook. I ain't gonna make it.
I'm trying to equip them so that they can be.
It's over. Ain't gonna happen.
So that they can be the best versions of themselves.
Donald.
if
Ain't
we
gonna
in fact
happen, baby.
going back to that time.
Agreed.
What you watching, Crystal? What happened?
And that's why the youth are dealing with more mental issues than we did because so much is thrown at them at once. It's up to us to be parents and push them whether they like it or not.
Yep.
And that's true. I
We
just
have
really
to.
think, and it take my mama to start talking about it because she be on our head. Because what we got a word for it now, y'all. What it's called? They call it gentle parenting. She be
Yeah,
like, "Why
we
you gentle
soft.
parenting?"
We are soft. We are too soft.
We
Like, I
are. I
really
tell my
think we
husband that
too
all the time because
soft.
he say it's sad. He just said it's sad about our youth, but I'm like, but he be at home gentle parenting.
Your mama be
We
like, "That's because
soft.
you over there doing that gentle
We are.
parenting again." And I do, and I don't think I'm as gentle as a lot, but I am gentle in some area. In
I
some
know I am.
areas,
I let my 4-year-old tell me no. Like what? I be thinking later on, like
after like
she really just said no.
So
Like,
I'm gonna give
okay.
my husband a break on that part because when he gentle parent, I think it's because like we do got 3, but his first child is the autistic child, so he gets where am I supposed to hit him for this? Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Is this abuse to an autistic child? Like I feel so bad for him because I had Tyria first, so I know how to do and I know what you're trying to
Right.
play me, MJ. I know, but Merlin is like I don't know. Like he said this, but
but
am I supposed to hit him for this?
Right.
Should I be
So he
punishing
got it
him?
a little harder.
I feel
got
bad
it
for
a
him. He
little
don't
harder.
know. He's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Gentle parent, I guess, for Marlon.
yes,
And
it's
even with that, even with him having a disability, you still can't allow him to do certain
Exactly.
things because one day you're not gonna be here. One day he's gonna be a
Exactly.
grown man. So it's like you still gotta set boundaries.
Yes, that's
so
why
he
we
can
over
know
communicate
what
with
he
him.
can and can't do and say.
Yep. And I think that's
Wow.
why we had those conversations that you probably wouldn't have with a normal 10-year-old, but we
Because
have
he's not a
to
normal 10-year-old.
because he's not
probably
a
like 15. And
you know what I'm
probably be
saying? Like we can't
yeah.
talk to him like how we
Right.
would talk to the other ones because now we gotta. I don't know. It's just like we want to repeat. It's repetitiveness with him. That's how they learn. So we have to start telling you stuff that I would tell you at 15 now. Like
Mhm.
I need you to get it now.
now, right? So
Yep.
that you prepare at that age.
Yes.
Yeah, and we did. And when we also more so concerned about being friends. We want to be friends.
I'm not.
I'm not,
We want to.
but I do want to have
I
that relationship.
do.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can have that relationship and not be friends. Like
Yeah, you
it's
can.
really.
I'm the mean mama. I'ma just say it. I know my kids will get on here and say I am.
I think my kids know what they can and can't do, and what I also love about my kids because I be gentle parenting, I do, and they probably be saying some stuff to me that they should probably get hit in their throat, but I just be letting it slide sometimes. But they not that way out in public, so apparently they have been taught. Like I have instilled in them, so when they go out, like I've never ever got
Your
a mama
mama
like they
outside, for
respect,
sure.
like they respectful. They gonna talk like they got some sense. Meanwhile, up in the house,
Y'all mama
know,
and friend.
I be like, who is you?
And see, mine
It's on
talk
the mama.
aggressive, but I talk aggressive. So to other people, it'd be like, "Ooh, my kid would." But to me, I know that this just how they talk. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So it just be like, you know when to smack them down and and when not to.
I guess.
when not to.
So yeah, we gotta, but I think we gotta do better. I
So
think.
what would you choose, Maya? What comfort or
Oh
courage?
no, I'm not being. I can't be comfortable in nothing I'm doing. But that I also think that's so. I think it's a good thing for me, but I think it's a bad thing for me too because when you always, I think when you always looking for more or when you always doing more, you never allow yourself the opportunity to
Be
to be
satisfied.
satisfied with your blessings. And
Mhm.
so I had to learn
That's what I
that
was meant to say. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
before you
Yes.
move forward. Like I had to be before I would
write that down.
before I went back to school, like I had to be able to settle into the blessings that I had already, the things that I had already accomplished. So you already got 1 degree. So you already got the promotion on the job. So your kids already, doing okay. So you already got the house. Okay. So you already got there are things that you have. So it's okay to sit in that space for a minute and enjoy it. And then move on to okay, but I still want this. So for a long time, I was just always moving.
That's
Move.
And I also want to put out there that I don't want to put the narrative that you need to have this degree to get comfort
Right.
or be happy and in peace and in that space to be comfortable, or you don't have to have this promotion. We really need to start valuing life. You woke up and had breath this morning. Somebody did not do that.
Yeah.
And there's also, you have a job. Someone else does not have that. You have children. Someone else is struggling to have those children. So just learn to be happy with what you have already outside of what you're going for. outside of what you hustling for, all of that. Just learn to be happy with what you have in this very moment, and you'll probably get everything else is a lot more easier.
And I
You'll
think
feel
that's
better.
what we all struggle with. Being
Yeah, just
okay
being okay
with
with what you
now.
have now.
Being we pray for it, we ask for it, we get it, and we
And then
still
Still,
want
and they
more.
wanting
It's a
more.
sickness,
and
and
I
I
It
think
think
is.
it's
and I
one
think
that we
it's
all
more
have.
prevalent now with the social media.
It is. It makes you
Keeping
Yeah, because
on.
you the moon and got
yeah.
your house like, oh, do you see this other house with a pool?
Now I need a pool.
I
What
need a
I'm about to do
pool.
to get this pool? Now you
Now
now
you
you
working 1,700 hours this week because you need to get that pool. It's just ridiculous.
Some
so
people can handle that, and some people can't.
yeah.
Some people
That's why
can.
mental health
You
is
know,
real.
some people can not want that because it's just not for them. Like
And then
some
you
things
also
is just not for you.
and when you're doing a lot of things, are you neglecting something that's really important? And I had to learn that too, because I was working like, and it took my youngest baby to check me up. I was working like a crazy person, like working all the time. And it took Jacob, my baby, to say, okay, mama, so you just gonna keep on working every Saturday. So we just ain't about to go to the movies. So we just ain't about to do nothing no more. And so I had to tap in, like, I have been like on the move.
Because
That's
it'd be like,
true.
what you working for? Like, what is it? What
I
is it for to overwork yourself? Like,
Yeah.
what are we working for? Like,
My
I
husband
want to get
recently
all
had
this
to learn that.
money. I
That's
want to
true.
do all of these things, but for what? Like, what is it for? Is it for a purse? Is it for a trip? Is it for a party? Is
You
it
know,
for some shoes? Like, what is you really working for?
I
Like,
just saved a video to post to the
what
page
is it
about
really
that
for?
because
That's what
we
I
got to
ask
take the
myself.
time. What it
Yeah,
say?
what
If
is
you
it
got
really
that time,
for?
take the time. That job is gonna move on without you tomorrow. So
Everything
take
is.
your time.
Because meanwhile, how many PTO hours I got?
Ma'am, is it Kennedy transferred? I've been asking you this for years.
I keep. Oh my god!
I finally got up
Why
to
don't
80
you
hours
take
saved,
the
and I thought
time
about you
though?
when I got those hours.
I don't take. I have a control problem.
How many hours you got?
340.
So
That don't
it's
make
a
no sense,
control
Maya.
thing.
It's a control thing, and it's got worse since I work from home now. Because literally, like, I mean, I work from home, so I'd be like, what do I really need? Like,
The
I'm at
day off
home
of.
already.
That's probably how I got to the 80. I got.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like but in every job I've had, like, Crystal used to always when I was at Henry Ford, she used to always get on my head. I think I've always had more than like 150 PTO hours at
Yeah, and
one
I always
time.
had
Why
2.
would you do that?
And she was there almost every day too. I
I-
mean, off and on, but still. And I
Yeah.
was over there like, girl, I'm taking off tomorrow. I only got 2 hours.
And
but
in
I'm
my
still
job
taking off.
now, I appreciate the company I'm with now, because when you get that high, like, they make you. They like, okay, sis,
Bye.
you on burnout. Like, I need you to take some days.
That's
like,
what they're doing now at my job.
you
They're,
was
they're
burnt
forcing
clean
people to
out.
take it.
But I don't know why. Like, I don't really be burnt out from the job. And I think a lot of things with me is I enjoy the work that I do. Like, I don't not enjoy my job. So even though it's work for me, like, I enjoy it. So I'm
Me
not
too.
really burnt out. So to the point where I'm like, okay, I literally only take time off of work if I'm going on a trip or if I'm taking a vacation. And I've gotten
Oh, well,
better.
yeah, you love your job then. I thought I love my job. I lied. I don't. 'Cause, baby, I'm taking off.
So
I
now
take
I
off sometimes.
I do so what I did do, because people just kept on like, you just need to. So I take a week off for my birthday every year, and then I take off Christmas, New Year's every year. So those are the 2 times that I'm absolutely gonna be off, and I take full weeks a time off at that time.
Ooh,
But yeah, I'm blessed in that everything that I do, even my side hustles that I do, like, I enjoy it all. So
well, that's good.
I don't.
I
It's like it
can't.
don't really feel like work to me because I enjoy it. Now, do the people get on my nerves sometimes? Absolutely, But at the end of the day, like, it's not work for me because I really do enjoy it.
So see that right there. You're comfortable in your job. You're not looking for another job. You're not so
I'm
searching
not.
for something else. You're comfortable.
I think I'm finally like I'm okay with where I'm at in my career for the time being. Now that may change when I finish my next degree, but as of right now, like, I've been comfortable on the level that I'm at currently. Um,
I never
as it
been really
relates.
looking
Stay where you was at.
to upgrade.
To
Like,
upgrade.
I love what I do. Like, I love being a dental assistant, but I don't want to be there every day. I don't want to give nobody
That much time.
every
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk and deal with people every day. And
How
like,
you gonna be a dental
my-
assistant and work
I-
from, and be at
but
home?
I do it. I but not every day. Not every day. I can't.
So you want to be the dental? So you need to work for a rich dentist, so he only sees certain celebrities every now and then. You can
No,
be
I
his
only work 3
assistant.
days a week
Oh,
right now. Literally. I
That's
can't.
enough for you
That's
then.
it. That's enough.
That's enough.
I learned that anything past like 30 hours, I can't process. I can't deal no more. After that, I'm irritated and agitated. It's over.
So then, are you good? Cause see, for me, and then even when I'm off, and so this is like I'm really trying to get
I'm
better with
still
this.
working.
So even when I be
So
off,
that's why I can't give all of that to somebody else because I'm I'm still working. I got a 4-year-old, I got an 11-year-old, I got a 19-year-old, 18 and 23. I don't got time to be at no job
nobody's
dealing
job.
with somebody else's problems all day.
Are you working when you're
No.
not working? Or are you talking about working still for the people when you're not working?
I'm
She's
doing
still
all kind
working
of.
for the people too. She be answering
Oh,
that phone
I
in the
do.
car. She one of the ones that be like,
Oh,
"Oh, I ain't put it on mute." Ain't you? See,
See, I was in that
I'm
position
so
before the
bad.
position
I'm
I'm in
so
now. I don't
bad.
have to do
Nobody all
that.
of
I
that.
try my best to ignore those emails when they pop on my phone.
I
Yeah.
am working. That's a personal goal for me for this year. And
To
again,
take more time for you.
to take more time for myself.
Yes.
And even when I take like PTO, you are absolutely correct. Everything comes to my cell phone, so I'm never 100% off. And people will call me like, "Why did you just answer that email?" Like it's to the point now where my employees will not email me when I'm on vacation because they know my email is gonna come to my phone and they know I'm gonna answer it.
Nope.
I have a
No.
really, really hard time disconnecting, even from my kids. Like when I went to Houston, y'all, I told them don't call me, but I was calling them because I couldn't I cannot 100% disconnect. I really am trying to get better, but I cannot do it. Like,
Man,
Girl, I'll go
I think
mute
this
in a
past 2
minute.
years I've been able to disconnect. When I say disconnect, my mama come pick them kids up and they go, "Don't call me. I'm good because I know you with her. I'm good. I would disconnect. I used to
I
be that
do.
way, but now, girl, bye.
Now I might disconnect for a couple hours. I think I can give myself like a couple hours throughout the day. But if like literally when I was in Houston for those couple days, I was checking emails occasionally and I was calling them kids like, "What y'all doing?"
No, no.
I miss y'all. Mama love y'all.
I gotta be able to have a mental space to
You
be
do.
able to think. Like all that I feel like be overwhelming. Like
It is.
them all somebody else problems. Like even hearing somebody else tooth hurt. Like that's somebody else issue. Like I don't wanna hear that every single day. Like I can't. I can't process that every day. Can't
Here's
do
somebody
it.
else too hurt.
And that's
I'm just saying, it's
also
their problem on you.
and disconnecting is going to help you again go back to that, where are you trying to grow to? Because if you don't have time to disconnect and really like think, and you can't think with a lot of noise, like you really got to be able to turn it off and really be able to think, develop that plan. With you, Crystal, I know I heard you say I want to do this, I want to do that. So you got to be able to disconnect so you can really sit with yourself and say, okay, where is it that I'm trying to go? How am I going to get there? And then figure that space out. And you can't do that if you are always moving and if you're not able to like really sit with yourself. So
Very true.
that is important
And
as well.
that's something I'm working on, and I'm learning to fill my cup first before I pour out of it. Like we cannot continue to keep pouring from an empty cup. And I think I struggled with that for so many years. Like I was just pouring and nothing. When I say absolutely
choke still.
I mean,
Nobody
bottle
not
was
giving you
empty. The cup
nothing
was
that you give out.
dry. It had lint in it. It
We've
was
been on the
nothing.
same page for 2 years, girl.
Man, and it's been that way for too long. It was that way for too long. So I was just like, man, I don't care. I can't pour into nobody. Nothing. So as long as I'm learning to fill my cup 1st, and then when I pour from it, I'm gonna pour into myself again. But as long as I'm filling my cup, I'll pour in home first. I'm gonna pour at home first. I can't pour outside. I can't pour into my friends. I love them, but I can't pour into my friends yet. I have to pour into the people in my household first because they watch me go how I'm looking with that empty cup first, and I probably put it all out on them.
Yep.
You know, being so empty because they drain me too. So I'm gonna pour into them, and then I can come outside and pour outside. But I gotta start filling my cup up.
And I have to pour into a cup that's poured into me. I'm not pouring into your cup and you not filling my cup up with anything.
That's why I said pour it from home first, because I know they gonna fill my cup up in their house. You know what I'm saying? Whether my baby come give me a hug, she filled the cup up.
With love. If you can't give me something back, it's not like, oh yeah, you don't do nothing for me, I can't do nothing for you. You gotta be able to give me something. Some peace, some love. I gotta be to get some type of feeling from. Other than that, I can't no more.
And that's true.
I can't. I'm over it.
That's a lot of people. That's how people get comfortable too.
That's a comfortable.
You sitting there
comfortable.
I mean,
it'd be the title though. It'd be like this yo such and such, this yo this, or you've been knowing this person for this amount of time. So you comfortable with that relationship, and it's always how it's been.
Mhm.
So that's comfortable. It's been this space this way the whole entire time, and then one day you be like, no, this not getting it
And I hate that it took me this long to get there, but
forever.
I'm blessed that I was able to get there
That you
because
was
some people
some
are
people
still in
never.
that space.
Some people never.
And I'm
And
blessed.
that's where the courage come in,
Ooh, I
because you
was about to
gotta
say
get
that.
the courage
See,
to, and
there's
that's
the
why I
part of it.
choose
There we go.
courage,
You're
though,
right.
because you
Mhm.
have
There
to
we go.
be able to have the courage to know when to walk away, the courage when to stop, the courage when to give up. You got to have courage to be able to do anything, I think.
That is courage. You know,
Yeah.
stopping
Courage.
from doing what your norm was doing and
Yeah.
emptying out your cup. You had to fill yourself up. It was setting boundaries. It was all of that.
All of
It was
that.
a lot of courage to get to that space.
Yeah, you had to build yourself up to be able to do those
It
things.
was courage when I started telling the kids no. They used to be saying yes. It's
Oh,
like, what?
Crystal,
Did she
like
just
what
say
did
no?
she just say?
Oh,
Or
that be.
And I
ignoring
meant it.
them,
And I
ignoring
meant
them,
it.
yes. Or worrying about if they gonna be mad, or if
Oh,
they
'cause I do
not, be
that.
like, oh well, be mad,
I-
get glad, scratch it. You know what? Oh well.
I
That
used
That's
to
my
do with
motto with
that.
everything. Now I be like, I don't care.
I used to do that real bad. Like I ain't want
Yeah.
them to be mad.
Be
Like I
mad
wanted
at
to be.
you.
And then that was another reason why I worked so much too, because you wanted to be able to. I want to give. If
You
they
want to be able
ask,
to
I want
get
to
them
have
and
it.
take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be able to take them and do all those things. But like you said, at the end of the day, they really just want a present parent. They want the love. They just want to know that they got you. And I realized that, like I said, when my baby was like, "Ma, you been going to that work too much." Like
if that
I,
worked too
you be
much.
going to that work too much. Like
And
I'm gonna
they
need you to
ask
pump
you,
them brakes.
yeah, like when
Right.
when you off?
Yeah, like
What's your off day?
What you
Can we
what
do
you
something?
doing? Like, can we do something? Can we hang out? But and so that absolutely is true. I think we put so much pressure on ourselves, unnecessarily undue pressure that we can put into something else that's gonna breed again something greater, whatever that greater is. Like even if that greater looks like you just wanting greater for your kids, you have to be able to pour into that in order to get that. So
Very true.
I learned that from TikTok too. Y'all know I be telling y'all I learned a lot of stuff
you
from
be
TikTok.
on that
I
TikTok.
know, I
What
be
you-
on that
A
TikTok with
lady,
her.
she talked a lot about her childhood, but it show you what type of parent. It's a reflector. Like, oh, I
Okay.
don't want to be that type of parent, because you never know what your kids feel. And she was like, she felt some type of way that her mother went to work every single day. Like her mama thought it was the best thing because she could buy her everything.
Right.
And she was like, all I wanted was for her to be there. And she never was there.
I see a
Everything
lot of
was,
that. And that's what I
gotta
meant
go
with
to
the
work.
new kids. They
I
are
gotta go to
they
work.
braver than us.
They are. Like they get on there and they pour out
Mm-hmm.
what they feeling. And we didn't. We
They
held
are
it
a lot
all
more
in. We
braver.
won't dare tell our mama they hurt our feelings.
We should. Yeah, I don't tell my mama she hurt
Right.
my
But
feelings.
they
Not at
will.
43.
They'll tell us.
I said this to my mom one time. She was
My
like, "Ooh,
kids
that
be like,
white
you
people stuff."
milking it.
What the white people?
They be like, you milking it. I be like, I'm what?
What?
You milking it?
I mean, they gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They,
I don't know. I don't know.
but is that gentle parenting because we let them tell us?
No,
No.
maybe to our parents they would say that.
I think that you should
They
have
would
the
say
safe
that.
space where your kids should be able
Yeah.
to come.
I don't
and
think it
tell
is,
you.
but I
Like,
know other people think it is. Our the generation before
yeah,
us
they'll think it's arguing
yeah.
or talking
Yeah,
back. Oh,
talking
me and my
back.
kids, we'll
Our-
go. We'll do a
yes.
full 12-page. You
Yeah,
talking
we
to me
dialogue.
and
We had a
I'm
whole
talking to
dialogue
you.
here.
Yeah,
You
'cause
think
I
it's
wanna
talking
know what's
back?
up.
So what we? I don't know. I think I'm like I'm 50-50 with that one. Like what we talk, like I want you to have feelings and I want you to share your feelings.
I want
But-
to know.
And I want to know, but how you telling me though?
I guess
'Cause
it's just
then
how
I'm-
they talk.
Do I gotta hit you in your throat?
No,
No,
because you
not
know
that
what?
type of talking.
I've had
I'm
that
just
conversation with my
like,
baby before, and it was like I knew it was not something I should be beating you for, but I felt like I should hit you.
It's
'Cause,
just
like-
things that they say that I wouldn't say. Like, I mean, just knowing if your child have a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Oh, well, that's
or if
different.
like, we didn't talk about that. I don't
I
know
didn't.
about y'all,
No,
but
I didn't.
we
I
didn't
did
talk
not.
about that. In
Yeah,
our
we did not.
generation.
No, we won't talk about
A
no boys
boy
in
might
my
No,
house
we wouldn't
at
talk
all.
about none of
Period.
that.
Just, it's like, you pregnant? Well, what you thought? I mean, what do you do to get pregnant? Like, yeah, it's a boy. Like, I mean, things like that. Like,
Oh well, yeah, I can get with that. I think I was more so like, cause in my mind it went
How they
to,
hurt your feelings?
it went to my kids when they be like, bro.
That.
oh, I hate bro.
I
But
be
I'm
like,
trying to
not
stop
your
it,
bro.
but they keep saying that in my
I'm not
house.
your
I'm
bro.
working
girl,
on it.
I be
I hate
like,
bro too.
I'm working on it.
I be
Yeah.
like, gut, Like who are you talking to, dog?
So you talk about how they address you.
Yeah, I'm just like the whole conversation. Like, I'm not your homie. Like, we can
Mhm.
talk. I want us to talk, but I need you to be clear about who it is that you're talking to. Like, I need you to change up your dialogue a little bit,
And that
use
go
some
back to
different
them being
verbiage.
comfortable though. They comfortable enough to feel like
They got courage
they
too.
can talk to you like that though. You never felt comfortable enough to talk to your parent
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I didn't. I
I know
never.
I didn't.
You would
I just started
things
dropping
that
a little
they say I would
profanity
not say.
around my.
Exactly. Still not.
My mama don't hear it, so when I
At
say
this
it, she
big old
nothing.
age, I
Right.
still watch my mouth.
Yeah, of
You
course.
Like it's just certain things. These kids is just
They knew. They some new kids. New kids on the block.
they have knowledge. They
They
know
do.
way more, way sooner than we knew it.
So I would just like them to use that knowledge in a different way. That's really my issue with the youth as a whole. Like, and you actually hit it right on the head. And somebody actually commented this as well on the status that I put up, that they don't got to work for anything.
They don't.
And again, I take it back to the basketball, because I think my son is naturally good at basketball. He does it very well. Even his coaches, he has a huge potential. But I'm the hardest person. Like, we'll be in the game and he'll be them balled out. I'd be like, but you didn't do this. You was running too slow.
They
Like,
need that.
you, what we was doing. Like, I need you to
think
get
they
your
need that.
conditioning
And
up.
balance, be that way, but also encourage and
I mean, you can
congratulate.
still congratulate.
And then people
all
be
that.
looking at me like, well, why? I'm like, but he was running too slow, and he, he missed that layup down there that he was right up
No,
under the
not
basket.
like that, but
Ma'am,
I'm
you,
like,
think
you
about
gonna have to
it.
do some balance. You gonna tell him how he
they
needs to
don't
fix
even
it, but
really
you gonna
give out
congratulate
special
too.
trophies and stuff
They
no
have-
more
They
because
don't.
the kids too soft.
They're not giving ninth,
They ready
ninth
to-
place trophies
They
no more.
ready to end everything because they didn't win MVP.
They walk. Oh, they be walking
But
off. They be
that
throwing
made
tantrums.
you work hard back then to win MVP. That means everybody gonna do their best. Everybody gonna give they all. Now it's no specialty.
So that's why I
everybody
feel.
equal.
So that's why I feel I be having to come up as that
Everybody's not
parent,
equal. You gotta work
because
for it.
you got to work for it. Like,
You
if you
have to
telling me,
work
we
for
had that
it.
whole conversation. If you telling me you want to play on a high school level, you want to play on a college level, you can't do that pity patting up this court
gotta
like
work.
that.
So in that case, it's okay for us parents. I'm okay with being the bad guy because I know what you're missing in life. So if nobody else is pushing you in that way, nobody else is telling you about this, they letting it be okay. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna tell you that. And I'm okay with being the bad guy sometimes when you gotta push your kids.
So okay,
Because who else gonna do it?
and that's what I thought too. But the people was telling
It
me,
sucks
telling
because
me
when you
like,
get older, you'll
I told
realize
you
you'll
to
be
tell-
okay.
They got to report to this status who was telling you that. You got to be able to push them. If not, these kids is different. They not gonna do nothing if we don't push them.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's all I was trying to say. Because the homeboy was mad the other day. He had to get up. His coach was like, "Yeah, we doing a 2-mile run."
So you
at
you
7
do want to push. Like for me, I definitely
You
want to be the.
do.
I'm on some 80%. We want to push. The other 20, I want to be. I still
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
be
gonna
able to
encourage
communicate
you.
with
I
you
tell
and
him all the
encourage you.
time
Yeah.
that I'm be telling him like, you was a great.
Because I'm not
you a
gonna be
good
here one
player.
day, and I need you to
That's
know
my
all of
biggest
this.
thing, Crystal.
That's-
That one day I'm not gonna be here, and I need
And you
my
gonna be
kids
lost.
to be able to
And you
see
gotta-
it for themselves.
yeah.
Mhm.
I need them to be able to go out there and do all of what they would be doing if I was here.
And I
That's
know that's
all you
every
could want.
parent like whole. That gives me anxiety. Like
That-
when
that
I'm not
take
gonna
my
be here.
anxiety to
That
And I
it.
think
takes me
everybody, like you
somewhere
said,
else.
every parent want that. But again, I really do think as parents,
I don't
we're
know if
str-
every parent wants it.
well, majority. Let me take that back. I feel like the majority of the parents want that, but I do think that we are struggling with how to pull that
How to
out,
do it.
because they have all this technology, because they think they have these resources. They might try to drop the, oh, you child abusing, oh, I'm about to
And
run
they
away from
soft.
home. Or you got to worry about if they about to start talking about they gonna kill themselves.
Yep.
And then, like I said, they putting all this on social media, so it's really just really expounding on things. So it's so hard for us as parents, I really think, to really parent them in a way where we again want that greatness to come out of them.
And I think it's no way to parent them as a whole. That's the whole thing. Every single kid have to get parent different.
True,
That's
very
what I
true.
learned. Every single one
Yeah.
different. They gonna communicate different. They gonna love you different. They gonna make
Mhm.
you feel a different type of way. So you have to parent them
According
different,
to
according to
their
the level they on,
personality.
their
Yep.
personality.
Mhm.
They might be 12, but they might act 2. They might be 2 and they might act 20. You have to.
They might be 19 and act like they 12.
That's why you know what your
Yeah,
kids
so
is missing.
you
And
can't really put them all in
you cannot.
a box
You
and
cannot.
say, oh, all kids that's 12 act like this. All kids that no, they don't.
Because they different people. They all your kids, but they all different people. They took
Mhm.
different parts of you.
Mhm.
Because I can pinpoint each of one of my kids. I
What's
can tell
me
you exactly what's me in all three
and
of
all
them.
of them. Yep.
I
And
don't know
it's
how this turned into a whole parenting situation. Because if I can, it's hard. Okay. And then I wish they was all the same person. That way I could just teach it the same way. Because y'all
Yep.
stressing me
But
out. I
they
got to talk
not.
to all three of y'all
but I
differently.
but it brings out our greatness. Because we were
It
talking
do.
about we were talking about stepping out of that comfort and walking into that greatness. Your kids, as they grow, are bringing greatness out of you as a person because they're pulling you out of your comfort zone. Jesus, on so many different levels.
I literally I was saving this particular video to post probably for another day because my kids bring me out of when I say out of the comfort zone, it's this video about like the touchy feely and the love bug stuff, right? So I grew up with no affection. That stuff is just not for real. We don't tell each other I love you. We don't hug. What? So my husband will always love you, babe. Love you too. Stop saying that. Or he want to hug. I just be like, oh my God, like it's cringy. So my kids always want to be up under me. They want to play with my feet. They want to love on me and rub my shoulders. I'm like, oh my God, touch me. So it's so hard. So the thing is, I know that was not the proper way of, growing up. I know that that's okay for them to be this way, right? So I force myself every day when these homies come sit there next to me and touch me. I just be like, Crystal, it's only been a minute. It's okay. Let them touch you. It's okay. Like I'm constantly telling myself that. So like you said, they bring that out of you. They take me out of my comfort zone all the time. And I appreciate it. I love it. I'm here for it. I know they may think like she don't like it. Yes, I don't. But please keep doing it to me. Keep touching me. Keep hugging me.
Keep loving
Keep
on
telling me
me.
you love me. No matter how my face look. And it's like, go sit down. Like, don't ignore it. I promise you, I love it.
True,
I appreciate it. So back to your question. Let's end it with what did you get from that? What is stopping you from reaching your full potential? What is something that is stopping you from reaching your full potential? And what do you plan to do about fixing that?
I think for me, it's just slowing down. Like I think me being able to be where I'm at now and continuing to grow is because I stopped putting so much pressure. It was the pressure of I gotta be here by here. I gotta do this by here. So just being able to again marinate in that space and then really develop what it is that I'm trying to do, which will allow me to not only succeed and complete the task, but it'll put me in a comfortable space to do so. So again, for me, it's the pressure of it. I took the pressure off of myself and then I allowed myself to really marinate before I moved and then pray. Y'all know I'm always say y'all gotta pray on that thing.
Come on, Jen. What is stopping you from reaching your full potential and what you plan to do about it?
What's stopping me? Me. That's it. The only thing that can stop me is me. I kind of get in my own way.
Get out your own way.
Yep, getting out of my own way. Like I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Get out your way.
Get out your
you
way.
in the way.
My own way. Yeah. Always, like you said, just chasing. Always moving. Always doing. Always thinking that I gotta be here, 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 and here. Learning how to relax and be okay in the moment. Like I'm learning to be okay in the moment and take everything in as it come and breathe. And like you said, pray.
Ask me.
Yeah. What?
Ask you the question.
Yes.
Ask the question.
Ask me the question. You gotta ask me.
You want us to really ask you the question?
What's keeping you from reaching your full potential and what you gonna do about it? She's a mess. Irritating.
Okay. First, just learning to be satisfied with what I have now. Stop thinking I gotta keep chasing more. Just learn to be okay with that then. And then I'll pick one thing to focus on and work on that. Because then I can get to what my full potential is. I can't get there by working on 17 different things. So I'm going to learn to be okay with what it is now. Be, like you said, marinating what I have. Pick my one thing and work on that. And then I feel like I reach my potential for real then.
So there you have it, y'all.
But thanks, y'all, for listening to session 35 today. We sending all our love and energy to Kira to get on that plane and have safe travels back home so you can be here next Wednesday. And we out.
See y'all next week.